But no, he's even missed out on a medal. Only 9.512 for Nicky Ferro. Seems a little tough, but it does mean gold for the Australian. Well, Philippe Rizzo, what a great moment for him. He looks up at the big scoreboard and he knows that his name is atop. 9.612. He wins the pommel horse at the International Challenge ahead of a great field. So Alexander Svetlikny of the Ukraine was second. Zoltan Supala of Hungary was third. But Philippe Rizzo of Sydney, a gold medal. Well, perhaps one day Gard Young will be a gymnastics commentator. He's majoring in broadcasting at Brigham Young University, but he has a big future in gymnastics, and winning the floor here, looking through his history in gymnastics, as brief as it is, this is one of the great moments for him.
The Chinese competitor here, Zheng Lihu, in silver medal position, adds to his tally the gold medalist in the all-around competition.
And third to Alexei Sinkovich of Belarus.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding.
So it's Gard Young of the United States, Zheng Lihu of China, and Alexei Sinkovich of Belarus.
And the gold medalist in the women's vault final from Spain, Esther Moya, adding to her already impressive resume on the vault. And the silver medalist from the Czech Republic, Jana Komrskova. She has Martina Bramini of Italy to thank for this medal.
The bronze medalist, representing Australia, Trudy McIntosh.
And the cheer goes up for Trudy McIntosh, the bronze medalist here in the vault, ranked 5th in the world and 3rd here at this international challenge. So, just recapping the women's vault final, Esther Moya of Spain first, Jana Komrskova and Trudy McIntosh.
Representing Australia, Philippe Rizzo.
Well, Philippe Rizzo, I think that smile will be on his face in about a week. He's pretty pleased. He's part of the Commonwealth Games team in Kuala Lumpur, finished 5th on the high bar, and was part of the team which finished 2nd, but right now he's collecting gold.
Our silver medalist now, Alexander Svetlikny of the Ukraine.
And Zoltan Supala of Hungary. I mentioned he was the veteran in the field at 29, so at 11 years more experience than Rizzo. And it shows to Philippe how long you can stay in the sport, keep yourself healthy and keep competitive. On the rings, Jan Kushera of France coming in for Sylvester Shalani, a late replacement. Yoshihiro Saito of Japan, Zheng Lihu of China, Australia's Pavel Mamin, world champion Dong Zhen of China, another world champion Jesus Cabello, but he's the world champion on the high bar. We'll see how he goes on rings. Omar Cortez of Spain and Naoya Sukahara of Japan. So famous in the world of gymnastics is Naoya Sukahara's father, Mitsuo, that Naoya would certainly have been forgiven if he kept away from the sport altogether. Instead, he's building a remarkable career of his own, having won silver in the all-around and parallel bars at last year's World Championships. 23 in June, he's a strong chance at the Sydney Games to add his own gold medal or two to his father's impressive collection, as Japan's dominance of the sport in the 70s is set to be repeated, and the name Sukahara will be prominent again. Now, Zheng Lihu, 9.625 in qualifying, 9.4 the score to beat so far. That should be well within his range. Chinese could pick up a couple of medals here.
Very nice Maltese. Look at that inverted cross, copybook position, and another. Gazorki, and swinging through to a cross position.
We had a fair bit of movement on the rings there, Liz.
And probably about a 10th deduction in that. Double out, full out, pretty good. You'd have to think it was better than Saito's routine. Saito, of course, having such large deduction on the landing.
And a number of tough strength elements in there, but the movement of the rings would certainly be noticed by the judges.
Yeah. There's double out, full out.
Requires 3 special requirements on each apparatus. On men's rings,
So Zeng,
the boys must show handstands.
he's the third competitor up, and he's taken first position for the moment with a 9.55. Moscow-born, but we'll have him. Pavel Mamin of Australia, and Commonwealth Games gold medalist on rings.
Yes, this has to be his very best apparatus. Swinging straight through to an inverted cross. And a second one on show. Pretty good shoulder position. Maltese. And a planche with the shoulders a little bit higher the rings. That part's supposed to be performed. Small swing, but nothing too serious.
He's been representing Australia since 1995.
Needs to stick the dismount completely. Just about.
Pavel Mamin. Can he get amongst the medals of the rings? Came in with a 9.3. He was actually the 8th qualifier. So certainly a big assignment.
I think when they come in and with the rest of them, it's a lot easier to evaluate. I think this routine is a very good routine. Shows a lot of control. Not going to come up to the top performers, but he might be in with a chance for a minor medal.
$9.475 for Pavel Mamin, so it trails Zeng's 9.55. Well, we're privileged to have him here. This man is the world champion on rings. 23 years old, from Beijing.
What you'll notice about his rings work is the complete mastery he has over this apparatus. You'll notice a lot less swinging of the rings. That's if he does his routine as he did it the other day. His timing is immaculate. Of course, his holds are perfect. Starting with a Maltese, just pressing up to planche. Inverted cross. And a second, perfect. Tuck Gazorki, and coming straight through to a hold. It's so hard to swing and then stop suddenly like that.
Certainly impressed the crowd.
Double layout.
And how's his landing? Oh, the fans here have enjoyed Dong Zhen.
He's in the Chinese team as a specialist, and you can see what he's a specialist of. This apparatus is just fantastic. It would have been very nice to see him competing against Yuri Keki, wouldn't it? And a perfect step.
So he needs better than 9.55. Well, he's just blown the field away with a 9.8, the world champion. Dong Zhen, you can nearly give him the gold medal now.
On the men's rings apparatus, representing Spain, Jesus Caballo.
Well, we follow one world champion with another, Jesus Caballo. Although his favourite apparatus is the high bar, he's made the final on rings, and his dad, a famous man in Spanish gymnastics too, Liz.
Yes,